Hi, it's Mrs. Pope, and I'm going to be your math teacher this year, so welcome. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll go over the answer key to my math window. Again, I'm Mrs. Pope, and just a little bit about me so you know who I am, since we're going to be spending a lot of time together. I was born in Michigan, which is why I'm a huge Michigan fan. Go Blue. I went to Winton Woods High School, so I'm originally from Cincinnati. I grew up in Michigan, but I came right back here. And I went to Wittenberg University for college, which is in Springfield, Ohio. And I studied economics while I was there, and I had a minor in Spanish. And then I went to George Washington University to get my master's degree in math education. So that's how I ended up being a math teacher. I also spent some time in Peace Corps. I lived in South Africa and traveled around like Southern and Eastern Africa right after undergrad. So right after I graduated from Wittenberg, I was there for 2.5 years. So that's pretty cool. I live kind of in the area. I live in the Kenwood area, close to Kenwood Mall, if you know where that is. And here's the Pope family. My husband is the athletic director at Purcell Marion, but that's okay because we're going to beat them in a lot of things this year. That's me, and then I have a 4-year-old son named Kenny and a 2-year-old son named Chase. And if you notice, we do all have the same kind of hair. All right. This year, I want you to know what my students will be able to do. These are my goals for you. So by the end of the year, my students will be able to take ownership of their own learning. We'll talk about that later with the flipped classroom and your responsibilities with that. Work effectively in different groups. We will be working in groups. As you see right now, as you're sitting here, you're in groups, and that's how we will spend most of our time this year. So you will learn to work in groups with people that maybe you know, maybe you don't know, maybe you get along with, maybe you don't get along with, but you will learn to work effectively in all different types of groups. And also find strategies to tackle challenging problems. So that's the goal here. I am teaching math, and I do think these things are important, and math is important, but I'm realistic. You're probably not going to use the quadratic formula much once you get out of school. So other life lessons that we're here to teach you is how to stick with a problem, how to stay with something, how to think of other ways to go about doing something, not just in math, but in life. So these kind of skills are things that you'll be able to take on with you, whether or not you remember the quadratic formula. Remember, I, as a teacher, am responsible for teaching, and you are responsible for learning. All right, let's see if anybody got any of these numbers correct from my math window. So, here they are. 79 was the year I was born, 2.5 years in Peace Corps. My 1 was because I'm an only child. 68, that's the number of locks in my head, approximately. Number of people who live in my house, so the 4 of us, and my mother actually lives with us, so we're very fortunate to have her. 97, that was the year I graduated high school. 7 is the number of years I've been teaching. 11, that was my basketball number because I played basketball when I was at Wittenberg. I played at Winton Woods. This is my Winton Woods number. I had a different number in college. And then 98 is how old my great-grandmother was when she passed this summer. So I wonder if anybody got any of those right. If you did, you get a prize. All right, thanks for watching, and let's get back to class.